I think it's pretty safe to say that aside from Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader is the true face of the Star Wars franchise. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio are actually working very hard on this film as they go through the final weeks before filming ends for this movie, and once they enter post-production, they'll be adding in all the different pieces of CGI, the music, etc. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with the moment between both Kylo Ren and Anakin Skywalker. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren inside of his chambers, opening a large metallic box that holds pieces of Darth Vader's lightsaber. The kyber crystal is seen inside the box as Kylo begins to pick it up and makes a fist. It's described that he begins to see visions of Anakin Skywalker with a hood over his head, wielding a red lightsaber with many injuries to his face. It's said to be a sequence that shows Kylo who was really under the mask, and to show Kylo who his grandfather really suffered with. It's described as a vision similar to when Luke saw his face in Vader's helmet. The next goes over Kylo reaching out to the Anakin Skywalker cloaked figure, with the red lightsaber only for the figure to turn around, revealing Kylo Ren's helmet now under the hood. It's described as a moment telling the audience who Kylo Ren has become, just like his grandfather Anakin / Vader. So I really wanted to go over a couple of parts about all of this that really is a true callback to that of The Empire Strikes Back. Now, we obviously know that Rian Johnson approached this in The Last Jedi in the mirror cave between both Rey and, of course, the reflections in the actual mirror itself, revealing that she is indeed, nobody, basically, at that point in time. So, what's really intriguing to me about all of this is that not only would this be a moment in time in which it is indeed going to be a lesson for the character of Kylo Ren, but this would also serve as the very first time that fans would be able to see Anakin Skywalker with the facial scars actually wielding a red lightsaber, something that we truly have never seen before on the big screen in history. Now, if J.J. Abrams can actually pull this off correctly, I think that fans are going to go wild. I think they're going to go nuts. For the very first time, seeing Anakin Skywalker in the form of a vision, and as a lesson to Kylo Ren, showing us Anakin with the battle scars on his face, and with the red lightsaber itself. So, the next thing that I do want to go over is, of course, Darth Vader's lightsaber. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, didn't that just blow up in the Death Star 2 over Endor? Wouldn't that lightsaber have vaporized? Now, in case you guys didn't read some of the Aftermath and Empire's End novels out there, you actually do learn a little bit more about the Acolytes of the Beyond. And in passing, what's really interesting is that apparently the Acolytes of the Beyond came across Darth Vader's lightsaber and sold it off at some point in time in the past. So it makes sense that it would eventually go over to either A, Supreme Leader Snoke, handing it down to Kylo Ren, in which it is now to be revealed in Star Wars Episode 9. However, it's in bits and pieces with the kyber crystal actually separated, where Kylo Ren now gets to hold it and gets sucked into a Force-back vision. Notice how it's almost that of a parallel to what J.J. Abrams did in the basement of Maz Kanata's castle, where Rey actually opens up that chest box and we do get to see Anakin's original lightsaber that was once handed down to Luke and is now Rey's. So in this scenario, it's Kylo Ren opening a metallic box and pieces of Darth Vader's actual lightsaber are stored in there within Kylo Ren's chambers. Now, in case you guys have no idea what Kylo Ren's chambers really are, it's a location on one of the finalizers in which Kylo keeps all of his collectibles, all of the relics, and all of that stuff that once belonged to Darth Vader and whatnot. So it's a very interesting concept for sure. They definitely adopted this from the EU and Legends material, where Darth Vader used to actually keep trophies in his castle. Now they're doing this with Kylo Ren, where he actually keeps trophies of, parts from other pieces of Jedi, or even Sith-related content, etc. So the next and final thing that I really do want to go through here is Kylo Ren, alright? Now, Kylo Ren, we do know that JJ is taking this character down a far darker path. How when he approaches the Anakin cloaked figure and it turns around and it's revealed to be Kylo Ren now under the hood, Kylo Ren's actual mask, this tells us, the audience, that this is where Kylo Ren is now. He is basically the new Vader of the sequel trilogy. And I think that's actually quite, symbolic of JJ and Chris Terrio to do, to kind of give us a different version of what we saw in The Empire Strikes Back, where Luke's face was actually seen in Darth Vader's helmet. Now Kylo approaches the Anakin figure as it turns around, and we do get to see the Kylo helmet, Kylo himself, under the hood of this conflicted character of Anakin Skywalker. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.